up, Math 8? Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Math with Mullins. We're going to look at our Chapter 7 Test Review Part 2. So this is pages 3 through 5 in that test review packet that you got. First, what we're going to do is complete the tables, and I've already made your x values. So we're just going to start with the fraction I'm given, 1/2, and then times that first x value, which is -2, minus 3. The nice thing is that when we use these 2's, they cancel out to give me 1, so I'm doing 1 times -1 minus 3, so that's -1 minus 3, which is -4. The next one I'm going to do is 0, so 1/2 times 0 minus 3, this one's a little bit easier. 0 minus 3 is equal to -3, and right now you should start to see a pattern. -4, -3, that means my next one would be -2, and then this 4 would be actually -1. I did add one more there, but if you check it, 1/2 times 4 minus 3, these don't cancel out because they're not 2's, but this one becomes a 1 and this becomes a 2. And then 1 times 2 minus 3, that's 2 minus 3, which is still giving me that -1, okay? Then we're going to plot the points. So the first one is -2, -4, which would be down here, 0, -3, 2, -2, and 4, -1. So we're making a nice straight line here, okay? Next up, same thing, completing the tables and graph the equation. I'm going to plug in that x first. So -2 times -4 plus 4y is equal to 12. This is when we want to solve for y. So -2 times -4 is 8. So 8 plus 4y is equal to 12. Subtracting 8 from both sides, I'm going to get 4y equals 4, which y is equal then to 1. Then I'll do the same thing, but with that -2. So -2 times -2 plus 4y equals 12. This will give me 4 plus 4y equals 12. Subtract 4 from both sides. 4y equals 8, and then y is equal to 2. So as you should see by now, we're increasing by 1 as x goes up by 2. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is our rest of our table. If we needed to, we can check that, but here we go. -4, +1, -2, +2, 0, 3, and 2, 4. So all these graphed together makes a straight line. Our last one, complete the table for the linear equation. I'm just going to plug in these numbers. So starting with 2 times -2 plus 1. 2 times -2 is -4, and -4 plus 1 is -3. Then I'll do my -1. 2 times -1 plus 1. 2 times -1 is -2, and -2 plus 1 is -1. By now you start to see a pattern. Let's do one more though, just to make sure. 2 times 0 plus 1, that's 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. So every time I'm going up by 2's. So -3 plus 2 is -1. -1 plus 2 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 plus 2 is 5. Now we can plot all of our points. -2, -3 is left and down. -1, -1, left and down. 0, +1. 1, +3. 2, +5. Connect our dots. We get a nice straight line. All right, now we're going to read and interpret some graphs. The graph shown, the relationship between the temperature y in degrees Fahrenheit and the altitude in thousands of feet. So it looks like as we go down, or as we increase in temperature, my altitude is going down. Okay, find and interpret the slope of the graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use these points here because it's a little bit easier to read those points. 0, 75, and 740. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do y minus y and x minus x. So y minus y, let's do 75 minus 40 over 0 minus 7. Okay, we're going to calculate that. So let's grab our calculators. 75 minus 40 is 35. And 0 minus 7 is -7, so I'm going to get -5. So -5 just means the temperature decreases 5 degrees every 1,000 feet. Okay, I know these are in one, this technically, we don't want to say 1 feet because this says thousands of feet. So this represents 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, etc. The equation of the line would then be y equals, my y-intercept is at 75, so that'll be plus 75 at the end, and then my slope was negative 5x. The temperature at 11,000 feet looks like it is right here, and we'll say that's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Next up, you have $10 in your savings account and plan to deposit $10 each, or $25 each month. So to show that, $25 each month is getting the X, and then plus 10 because I have it. So here I am starting at 10, and this is, we'll say these are the months down here. And then this would be your dollars, okay? So after 1 month, I would have 35. And then I'm just gonna continue to add on $25 each month. So 35 plus 25, it would give me 60. So month 2 would be 60. Then month 3 would be 85.
Antonio Vincente, please come to the front office. Antonio
Then the next one
please come to the front office.
would be 110. So you're seeing that straight line where it starts at the 10 degree, or the $10. All right, this scatter plot shows the numbers of hybrid vehicles sold in a city from 2009 to 2014, and what year were 400 vehicles sold. So I'm just looking at 400 vehicles sold, and we're intercepting with right here between 2012 and 2014, so that is 2013. About how many vehicles were sold in 2012? Well, here's 2012, and I'm getting this dot, which is right between 300 and 350, so we'll say about 325. Next up, we're going to make a table of the number of weeks and bird feeders. So week 1 was 46, week 2, 40, week 3 was 39, week 4, 35, week 5 is 30, and week 6, 27. Now I need to draw a line of fit. I just want to draw a straight line hitting as many dots as possible. Approximately how many fewer birds are observed each week? So here I'm going down by 6, then -1, -4, -5, and then -3. So I'm just looking for maybe a common theme. Maybe I add these together and then find the average of 6 and 1 and 4 and 5 and 3, and then divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say there's about 4. So I just found the average of the decrease. Estimate how many birds would be at the feeder week 8. That's going to be helpful because I've already drawn my line of fit. So here's week 7. Week 8, I might estimate like 21 birds. Okay. For problems 20 and 21, name the relationship, and then are there any outliers? Make sure to tell the graph. This one is showing a negative linear relationship. And there is one outlier. We could say that is 24, 20. Oops, I was supposed to put on these blanks, but that's okay. And then 21, this one is just linear, or sorry, nonlinear, because it's not making a positive or negative line, but it's still, and it's not making a straight line, but it's still kind of trending. So nonlinear is a correlation. And then for this one, I guess you could say that 36, 14 could be your outlier. But that's really the only one that's kind of far away. Okay, that'll conclude our test review for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time. Good luck on your Chapter 7 test. Have a great day.